Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is a Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Environmental Health Department within the Ministry of Health will be sustaining and, in some cases, accelerating its vector control measures. This as a result of the confirmation of the first case of the mosquito-borne Zika virus in St. Kitts and Nevis, which now joins 46 other Caribbean and Latin American countries affected by the disease. The Ministry of Health, in a statement, said it has received confirmation from the Trinidad-based Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, that 3 serum samples tested on September 11th have been positive for the Zika virus. These positive results are therefore the Federation's first confirmed cases of Zika, the ministry says, noting that while the samples had been sent to CARPHA at the end of August, it only received confirmation on September 15th, largely due to the CARICOM laboratory's inundation with more than 1,300 Zika test requests within the last 3 weeks. The Ministry of Health says it has informed the 3 patients about the results and urges the public not to panic as a result. The Zika virus is generally considered to be a mild illness, with up to 80% of affected persons not showing any of the symptoms, which include fever, rash, and body aches and pains. In rare cases, the virus has been known to cause Guillain-Barré syndrome, which affects the body's peripheral nervous system. Zika has also been confirmed by the World Health Organization as having causal association with microcephaly in newborns, the statement added. The public is strongly encouraged to support the work of the Environmental Health Department by ensuring that every effort is made to destroy mosquito breeding sites around their homes, yards, and businesses, to use safe insect repellent when outdoors, to stay indoors whenever possible, and to wear long-sleeved clothing when outdoors. 7 persons were recognized for their contribution to nation building at the 33rd anniversary of Independence ceremonial parade and awards ceremony held on Monday, September 19th at the El Camino T. Willett Park. The awards were presented by Deputy Governor General, His Honor Eustace John.
We have honored people in 7 categories. In agriculture, Merville Donovan Liburd. We have in business Stedvin Clark, a young man who has shown great enterprise. We have Vianna Stapleton in education, who has challenged herself and challenged us to pursue this vocation in education to provide service to the people of St. John's and St. George at her preschool. In health, we have Matron Aldris Pemberton Diaz, one of our shining lights in health and leading the nursing profession here in Nevis. And we have Errol Tyson, better known to all of us as Jabba, the man who keeps the sporting arena here at Grove Park in top shape for our sporting activities. And the Door brothers, and it may be Mrs. Scarborough and members of cabinet will have to provide 2 other plaques, because I think these young men are deserving of not just the one to be shared, but one for each. Their music has brought so much pleasure for all of us in so many events in our country over the years. Then transportation, Raul Inge Richards, who sent his son to receive his award this morning.
Addressing yesterday's ceremony, Premier the Honorable Vance Amory noted that each of these persons have made a remarkable contribution to aspects of our national development.
And I want to again congratulate all of the recipients of awards this morning, and to say to those of us in this island of Nevis, citizens of the country of St. Kitts and Nevis, that if the desire to do well exists in your heart and in your soul, then you do it. Pursue that, regardless of the government in control of the country at the time, regardless of your political persuasion. It is the country which must take precedence and must be a priority for all of us, as is set out in our motto, country above self.
St. Kitts and Nevis' 33rd anniversary of independence was celebrated under the theme Promoting Prosperity Through Sustainability and National Unity. Meantime, Premier the Honourable Vance Amory says this year's independence theme of promoting prosperity through sustainability and national unity is both timely and insightful. As noted by the Premier, the theme implies that the Federation's development and prosperity must not be achieved and treated recklessly, but in a responsible and sustainable manner.
We therefore should meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. National unity is a process, not a destination or an end product. It is a process of unification and national identity, regardless of belief, culture, or politics. As a people, we may disagree on certain issues. However, we can have a shared vision and work unitedly towards a common goal and a common destiny. We should be the embodiment of unity in diversity. We should live in harmony, though we are diverse. As we celebrate our 33rd anniversary of nationhood, let us focus our attention on uniting as one people with love of God, love of country, and love of each other.
As a nation and as a people, we must take our destiny in our hands and build a St. Kitts and Nevis of our dreams, Premier Amory said.
We must demonstrate the will to create a future which will empower all of our citizens. No member of our society should be left behind, neither the poor, the aged, the uneducated, or the young. Now is the time for us to join hands to cooperate, integrate and reinvigorate our bonds of friendships. Our 33rd independence anniversary presents us with an extraordinary opportunity to carve out a common destiny and march towards prosperity for all.
We have come a long way over those 33 years, and we must congratulate and give due recognition to all who were instrumental in creating the environment, designing and reshaping the vision over the years.
We must pay tribute to our national heroes, the Right Excellent Sir Robert Bradshaw, the Honourable Paul Southwell, the Honourable Joseph N. France, Dr. Simeon Daniel, the first Premier of Nevis, and Sir Kennedy Simmons, first Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, and all who toiled with them to create the path of our independence. As we reflect on the accomplishments which we have made as a people, it is our responsibility to, even now, continue the vision and dreams of our founding fathers and leaders, to ensure that we do nothing to squander the gains and the excellent achievements which we have made.
Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Vance Amory, making his address to mark the 33rd anniversary of independence in St. Kitts and Nevis. Still to come, Minister Brantley represents St. Kitts and Nevis at 3rd Annual Our Ocean Conference in Washington, D.C. The details after this break.
Land of beauty,
a country where peace abounds.
Thy children stand free
On the strength of will and love.
With God in all our struggles.
St. Kitts and Nevis be
a nation bound together
with a common destiny.
As stalwarts we stand
for justice and liberty.
With wisdom and truth,
we will serve and honor thee.
No sword nor spear can conquer.
for God will sure defend.
His blessings shall forever.
To posterity extend.
Welcome back. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Aviation, the Honorable Mark Brantley, represented the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis at the 3rd annual Our Ocean Conference, which took place in Washington, D.C. from September 15th and 16th, 2016, under the theme, Our Ocean, Our Future. Minister Brantley attended the conference at the invitation of U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. While in Washington, D.C., the Foreign Affairs Minister had fruitful discussions surrounding marine protected areas, sustainable fisheries, marine pollution, and climate-related impacts on the ocean. On the fringes of the conference, Minister Brantley also held high-level meetings with officials of the U.S. Treasury Department and more specifically the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network on deepening the level of cooperation between the United States of America and St. Kitts and Nevis. Minister Brantley capped off his short visit with a wide-ranging interview at the Ronald Reagan Building with Andrew Gelfuso. In the interview, which will be aired online and distributed throughout the U.S. Congress and business community, Minister Brantley spoke to challenges facing small island developing states, investment opportunities in St. Kitts and Nevis, and the ability of a small nation such as St. Kitts and Nevis to successfully navigate the complex international issues faced today. Minister Brantley was accompanied at various meetings by St. Kitts and Nevis's ambassador to the United States of America, Her Excellency Thelma Philip Brown, St. Kitts and Nevis's permanent representative to the Organization of American States, His Excellency Dr. Everson Hull, and Consul General Designate to the United Arab Emirates, Justin Hawley. 8 students have been awarded scholarships from the St. Christopher and Nevis Social Security Board to aid in their educational pursuits throughout their tenure at secondary school. The scholarship program provides awards on an annual basis to students moving from primary to high school to assist with the cost of books, uniforms, and other school supplies. This year's awardees are Chastity Moraine of Charlestown Secondary, Tyrese Watts of Gingerland Secondary, Sian J. Thomas of Charles E. Mills Secondary, Kwameka Richardson of Washington Archibald High, Dejuan Samuel of Bastia High, Tariq Davis of Keon High, Patrina Pereira of Sadler's High, and Saniqua France of Virtuals High School. The students will receive $750 for first and third forms and $500 for second, fourth, and fifth forms. Minister with responsibility for Social Security, Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, noted that the students have been selected for their potential to become successful citizens of the Federation, and he urged them to continue to do well in their academic endeavors so as not to lose the awards. Raul J. Williams of Nevis, a scholarship awardee who attained a local record high of 17 C-Sec subject passes with 17 grade 1s at the most recent sitting of CXC exams, offered the latest batch of awardees words of encouragement. Scholarship awardee Dejuan Samuel expressed gratitude to the Social Security Board on behalf of the other students. And that concludes this evening's presentation of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.